was happy to meet Mark. And Mark, tell us about your school board.
Sure. So I work for Langley School District in Vancouver area, British Columbia. And my school board is the 7th largest school board in British Columbia. It has 8 high schools and 4 middle schools and 32 elementary schools. And we have been hosting international students since 1989.
Now, what is the difference between the public school and the private school?
Sure. So public schools are under the British Columbia Ministry of Education, and the public schools have certified teachers teaching in the school board. For private schools, most private schools are religious-based. So they are Catholic, or they are other religion, or they are exclusive schools which charge a lot of money for students to register. So public schools are the choice of most residents in British Columbia because they are accessible and they are in the community and they are taught by certified teachers.
Mark, can you please share with us about more information about your district?
Sure. So Langley School District is a school district which is about 45 minutes from the center of Vancouver City. We are a family community. So in our school district, we have many families that mom and dad work in Vancouver but live in Langley. So in the Langley community, there are many restaurants, coffee shops, shopping malls, movie theaters, sports facilities that students can enjoy their life, but it's close to Vancouver. So on the weekend, the students can enjoy going into Burnaby for Metro Town or going to Vancouver for sightseeing and coming back to Langley in the evening. A couple activities that Langley has is we have the Langley Events Center. We have our own hockey team. So many students like to go and watch the ice hockey team play with other teams and be part of the fun, exciting atmosphere in the hockey tournament. And the other thing that Langley has is a beautiful historical area called Fort Langley. In Fort Langley, there are beautiful boutique stores, coffee shops, restaurants where students often go on the weekend to enjoy some free time.
So Mark, can you please tell us about the Langley School Board, the host family, the arrangement and the responsibility, etc. What students should expect and what students shouldn't expect?
Sure. So when Langley assigns a homestay, we assign the homestay based on the student's application. So when the student applies to Langley, they give us lots of information regarding what they like, what the student doesn't like, what kind of food they eat, what kind of food they don't like, what kind of family they want. And then we take that information and match the student with the best homestay possible. All of our homestays are Canadian homestays that are chosen from the homestay applications. So a homestay family will apply to Langley using a process that we have to choose them. So for example, the homestay family will apply through Langley, and then my homestay manager will go to their house to do a home inspection and to meet them. The host families must sign a legal agreement stating that they have lots of responsibilities to take care of the student when the student is in their home. So for Langley, the most important part of homestay is student safety and student comfort. So we always try to find homestay families that will take care of the students very well. So the most important responsibility for the homestay family is to make sure that the student is feeling comfortable and a member of their family. My homestay managers will take care of any issues or problems that happen. So if the student is not comfortable or not happy about something in the home, the homestay manager will talk to the student and will talk to the homestay family and try to make sure the problem is solved right away. Our homestay families speak English and the students always have their own bedroom, okay? But our homestay families are very important because the homestay experience is the most important aspect of the student's stay. If the student is safe and comfortable in the homestay, then they will enjoy Canada very much. So Langley takes a lot of time to make sure that the student is matched with a great homestay, and if there are any issues, we take care of the issues to make it a good experience for the student immediately.
Can you please share with us the typical host family like in Langley?
Sure. Actually, we have many varieties of host families. So we don't have a typical host family. We have families who have, mother, father, 2 children. We have host families that are single parents. We have host families that are grandma, grandpa who would like to host a student for their retirement days. We have many different Canadian families that host our student. The most important thing is even though the families are different, they are all concerned about student health and safety. So no matter what type of family the student has in Langley, they will be in a safe, loving, good environment for their homestay family. Our host families, most of them are experienced. We do have new homestay families as well, but we give them lots of training and lots of support to have the international students in their home. So the host families are always given lots of support so that if they get an international student, they are supporting also the international student well also. There are 2 people that are very important for the student. One is the school coordinator who is in the school every day that will support the student. And the second person is the host family coordinator who will also go to the school and meet the student on a monthly basis. Or if there's any concerns that the student has, the host family coordinator will go to the school right away and talk to the student as well.
Mark, can you please share with us about the host family activity, including weekend and holidays?
Sure. So in Langley, we encourage the host families to take the students as a member of the family. So that means if the host family is doing activities on the weekend, like skiing or going shopping or going sightseeing, then the expectation is that they will invite the student and the student will join them and be a member of the family. In addition to that, Langley School District also does many activities on the weekends for students to participate in. So Langley School District will have a ski trip on the weekend, or we will do a hockey game on the weekend, or we will do a Victoria City trip on the weekend or Vancouver trip on the weekend, so that sometimes the students can come with the teachers on the weekend. But the most important thing is that the students are feeling like they are engaged and that they are taking part in activities on the weekends and holidays when there is no school.
You have been very experienced with the international students. What to expect before they arrive, host family, and what not to expect?
So I think the most important thing to expect is that homestay families in Canada are very open and very wanting to have a great experience with their student. So if the student comes to Canada with a open mind and a willingness to engage with the homestay family will be a very good experience for the students. I think not to expect. Sometimes, the host families are like every family, and sometimes on the weekend they are doing regular things like going to the shopping center for groceries or going to the park for a walk. So maybe students should not expect every weekend to go skiing or every weekend to do some, big activity, because usually Canadian families also have chores they have to do on the weekend as well. But overall, the homestay experience will be excellent, and if the student comes with the mindset of being a member of the family, then I think their homestay experience will be great.
Can you please tell us when the student needs support or help at the host family, how do they raise their request?
Okay, there's 3 ways. Number 1 is to talk to the school coordinator. Every day the student will see the school coordinator from Monday to Friday at the school. So if there's any concerns or any requests, they can talk to that person. The second way is to talk to the homestay coordinator. They will have the homestay coordinator's email and phone number, and they can request, or if they have concerns, talk to the homestay coordinator. And then the third way is we give each student an emergency homestay number that if there's something really urgent that they need to talk, they can phone 24 hours, 7 days a week, and somebody will be there to support them.
Can you please share with us how the school board review a student's application?
We review the student's application by looking through it and seeing the student's age, their request for homestay, and their school requests. And based on that information, we assign them to the school and to the homestay. So once we review the application, including their grades, their report cards, their information for Homestay, then we can move forward from that.
Can you please share with us what is the orientation like?
Sure.
Student just arrived.
Okay, so the student orientation takes place at their main school. So a student will go to the high school, meet their student coordinator teacher, and the student coordinator teacher will introduce them to school life, such as their classes, the other classroom teachers, their locker, just general tour of the school. And then they will also spend the day with them on a different day, taking them maybe around Langley, showing them the Langley city, Langley area, so that the students feel comfortable when they arrive.
Based on your experience for many years,
Yeah.
can you please share with us, as an international student, when they arrive, this learning pattern is completely different.
Yeah.
So what's your advice for international student?
So my advice is to have an open mind and to adapt to the Canadian system as fast as they can, but they will have lots of support to do that. The classroom teachers will support them, the international student teacher will support them, so they will have lots of support in order to adapt to the Canadian way of schooling and the Canadian lifestyle.
Safety and how school supports students.
So the support of the school starts with the international student teacher. In Canada, bullying is not tolerated. So if there's any bullying incidents, the student needs to let the teachers know right away, and then the school will take care of it. If the student is concerned about any other issues, the international student teacher will be the one that will give the support the most. Okay. For discrimination, it doesn't really happen in Canada too much because Canada is a multicultural country. So we have many different cultures or backgrounds in Canada, not just one culture. So just Canada is a very open country and welcoming to new students from other backgrounds as well.
What is the international student ratio?
So our international student ratio is less than 5% at each school. So we do not accept more than 5% international programs. Our students come from 32 different countries, including many from Europe, many from South America, and of course Asia. For our students who speak Mandarin, we have support from Mandarin-speaking staff who, if the student needs to talk to somebody in Mandarin, then that is always available as well, because we want to support the students who speak Mandarin and who maybe their English level is lower and they cannot express their feelings. So then our Mandarin support worker will talk to them and then support them in the schools.
Well, if the student doesn't fit in academically, so what is the school support?
We have many different supports for students. So each school has international student education assistants who will go into the classes, in the classrooms, and support the students. And the classroom teachers themselves are very patient and will give extra time and support for the international students in their class as well.
Feature school, like student with music talent and sports talent.
Sure. We have schools such as Langley Fine Arts that offers a dedicated music program for students. They have jazz or they have modern music, and they have a very high-level music program. All high schools also have music programs as well. And we have schools with sports academies as well. So we have baseball, softball, soccer, and ice hockey academies. But we also have schools with lots of different sports, such as basketball, soccer, rugby, many sports that are available for students.
How about students with very strong academic?
Yes, we offer schools with IB program, and we have schools with advanced placement programs as well. Yeah.
So it's a lot of variety.
Yes, correct.
What is the support for parents who bring students from grade 1 to kindergarten to grade 8?
Sure, there's support at the school level, so the classroom teacher will support. We also have international student elementary teachers who go into the classroom to support the students. And if the parents need any support from my office, I have many staff who speak Mandarin who can support the parents as well.
Can you please share with us your experience for a student who is about to apply for school in Canada, for students and parents? Give them some suggestion and advice.
Sure. So number one is, research the area that you want to live in. So if you would like to live in British Columbia, there are many excellent places to live and school boards to go to. But across Canada, there are many beautiful school boards as well in different areas. British Columbia is closest to Taiwan, right, from Vancouver Airport. And has beautiful mountains and beautiful cities. And Vancouver is a world-class modern city that is a great choice for students and parents. So they can ask their advisor who is helping them do the application, such as yourself, right? That would be the most important person, because obviously Richard would be able to help the students with their application process. And of course, you're a trusted partner with Langley. So I think that the most important person would be you. And then you would contact with us if you have any questions on behalf of the parents. Just thank you very much, and thank you. Yeah.